So we got Mr. Happy Pants over here right now. So that's what I said to you earlier, folks. It's like I see him coming down this way, and I just know by the score, right? We're not going to.
Come on, I'm not that simple.
Well, no, but I mean, it is. We've definitely seen a difference in this period as to the first period.
Sure, yes, we have.
We're not going to have any conversation about what just happened, but
what just happened, Dave? I don't even know.
Yeah. You know, I was standing over here talking to actually Al Duffy's here tonight.
Yeah.
He's enjoying the hockey, and he said, "Boy, oh boy, when you got that big jumbotron up there and they're showing that, it's hard to It is what it is."
Enough said.
Currently 2-1 here at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. Sarnia Sting leading over the Flint Firebirds. It's definitely been an interesting. Well, let's talk about the first period because one of the things I noticed in there is Adam Ruzicka. You know, after we talked about it, he had it didn't go in, but it was a really nice attempt, wrist shot he's moving a little more. Did you have a chat with him?
No, but maybe he was watching a show and picked up some coaching tips that he hadn't got otherwise. I don't know. You know what? I do think, he showed some form in there today, and I think, he was a little more persistent than we've seen, and I think that's a good thing, So certainly a presence out there. This is his year really to step up as a leader, right? And I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen. I really am.
Yeah. Big difference in the second period here. They seem to be playing a little hard. Look at that shot clock, like 30-16. Yeah, it should be 3-1.
Well, you know what though, the challenge with that is that honestly, of those 30 shots, I would say maybe half of them were quality chances.
All right.
Right. I think we're still missing a lot of stuff wide, a little left, a little right kind of thing. We're still bouncing a lot off of sticks and shins and things like that. We have to find a way to make sure that we understand the principles of physics, that you're never actually going to get a puck to go through a
person. Right. Yeah.
Okay, you got to go.
We've talked about that in previous years.
100%. You got to put the puck where the guy isn't, and then you get chances, right? That's the way that works. So,
I think sometimes too, would you agree that you take the shot anyway sometimes to maybe say, hey, hello, I'm right here, and maybe wear you down a little bit?
Oh, sure. You know what? Absolutely. And for it's real easy for me as a fan to sit up and go, come on, what was that?
See, if it was me, I'd be like,
when in reality, they get like half a second to make a shot decision and get something off, and sometimes it's even faster than that. So far be it for me, but I couldn't get half those shots.
We've given you the right
there. But you know what? The truth is, at this level in this hockey, you know what I mean, guys, you got to make sure that if you're going to take a shot, you're taking higher percentage shots. You're being a little smarter, creating chances that give you maybe that little extra time to make a decision to put the puck where the guy isn't.
Yeah. Do you think there's still some, feeling out going on here? We've talked about a lot of these guys have played together for a few years.
Yep.
But there seems like some new strategy happening out there. Do you think they're kind of feeling each other out still a little bit to go, okay, where do I need to be? Where are we up here?
Well, absolutely. But let's not put too fine a point on. These guys have been in practice and stuff like that, so they know a little bit. But they've only had a couple of chances as a team to face the kind of pressure that they're facing from Flint. Flint certainly another one of those typically aggressive teams, and they're showing it tonight. And you know what? Overall, as much as I want to complain about those guys with the stripy shirts, you know what? The truth is that Flint's having trouble with the penalty box right now, and
they are.
And you know what? That's what happens if you get overly aggressive, can't keep your cool in those circumstances. We've had our fair share. I just don't want to be looking at this and going, oh, not the power play again. I want to look at this and say, you know what? We need to put some real strategy and some real thought into what our power play looks like. And so far, we've had a couple of good chances at it. We've made some really good quality shots on the power play. I like the way they're moving the puck around in the forward zone. when they got the man advantage, which is something we haven't seen in a little bit. So I think clearly the answer to your question is I think there certainly has been some work in the offseason. There is some different strategies coming on board.
Yeah.
Certainly there's a different team chemistry, and we'll see where it goes. At this point, it's still way early to speculate, but I do like some of the things I'm seeing.
I want to get some predictions for when we're talking playoff time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We've missed an opportunity due to weather with the Sioux Greyhounds, so you want to talk about tomorrow night. Sioux Greyhounds typically a very strong and tough team.
Very much so.
Tough like physically.
Yep.
And we really, I guess we got to stand tall because we would have to assume they're still that kind of team, even though we haven't really seen anything from them that directly this year.
Well, and coaching has a lot to do with the tone and the strength of a team. And so when you typically come from towns like Sault Ste. Marie with that coaching staff, they tend to coach a little more aggressive version of the hockey that we, the Sting generally have had challenges with aggressive teams. But I think, I like what I'm seeing tonight. If we can keep this level of intensity up, maybe ratchet it up a notch or two, I think we're going to have a good chance against the Sioux. Again, they'll be in the same boat in terms of having sort of early on in the season, the stakes really aren't enormously high, but, maybe it's a chance for some of the younger guys to really, cement a place on the team for themselves.
It's the same for everybody right now. It's early. Everybody's got eyes on each other.
100%.
And, everybody's got a target on their back.
And there will be some figuring it out because,
Sure.
you never know what the new players are going to be capable of and all that kind of stuff. So, certainly there is going to be some figuring it out. And I think, the Sting, as much as the play was not, there was not a great fast pace to the first period, clearly the Sting learned something from what happened there, came back in the second period, and have managed to turn the game around. I love those kinds of things, and hopefully that'll keep going.
Maybe they're looking back and going, okay, there's that Flint team again. Because everybody we talked to, we've talked before and agreed that it just seemed to be a little right there, with the Sarnia Sting. And the Flint Firebirds have something to prove after last year.
100%.
So things are happening.
But I do want to put a quick pitch out for Flint, though, because as it turns out that my wife has a relative actually playing on Flint right now. Yeah, her grandfather, her great uncle's grandson. So it's a cousin, a second, third cousin.
Well, we won't hold that against your wife tonight.
No, perfect. It's all good. Jacob Winterden, number 21 for Flint. You go, brother.
There you go. We talked earlier, too, about, previously, I should say, we talked about the coaching staff. And, they're obviously, they don't get talked about enough, actually. We talk about the team and all that stuff.
Agreed, yeah.
There's a lot going on. I mean, what I wouldn't give to have a microphone down there sometimes.
Well, 100%. And I mean, the coaching, it does mean a lot, and I think, again, I'll say it again, 2 years ago, Hatcher and Legwand picked up this team. We were last in the league. In our first season with them, we finished pretty far up there. We had a good season. Last season was a banner season, record-breaking in a lot of cases. That was only their second year with the team. Now we got a young team, young minds to mold and that kind of thing. I'm really honestly excited to see what these guys are going to do with it because.
I wonder if there was a plan.
Maybe, and you know what? That's terrific because you know what? The truth is that not all former NHL players make good coaches. We've seen that time again.
Some people should just play hockey.
Some people should just play hockey, and you could be a good hockey player. Doesn't make you a good coach. I like what I see right now. So I'm,
Some people should just talk about hocky.
So, some of us are too fat. We're not on the hockey diet. That's
not what I was saying.
We're too old to play hockey.
Wow.
I know I shouldn't say that. My brother
I have a video
plays
game.
hockey. There you go.
I struggle with that too. All right. Well, the happiness out of all of this is that it is 2-1 in favor of the Sarnia Sting. And I've been walking around here. I mean, look at this crowd here tonight. You look over there into the lounge and upstairs and all through here. There's a lot of positive anticipation here tonight.
100%.
There's, coming off of last year. I mean, the bar keeps getting raised higher every year. And that's good, right? I think the team needs to feel that positive, maybe a little pressure, but in a positive way.
The passion returns, baby. The passion returns.
You got it. All right, well, there you go. 2-1 right now. Sarnia Sting over the Flint Firebirds. We're going to be back here again tomorrow night as they take on the Sioux Greyhounds. That's going to be likely interesting. Jay Peckham will join us back here for that. Keep following us around. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe post-game we will be in the Players' Lounge tonight, so we'll bring you updates. I'm not sure.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, the Players' Lounge. It just sounds VIP-ish.
Very VIP-ish.
Yeah, all right. Okay, everybody, keep watching for more. Follow us everywhere on all the social media. I'm David Burrows for the show live on location at the Video Show Network. My friend Jay Peckham.
Go, Sting, go!